Right. Today we are going to discuss this 2018 Jan C12 paper. So when we start with the first question, basically they are referring to the first differentiation and the first integration. So if I just mention the theory context which is based on this is basically we know how to integrate x to the power n, and we know how to differentiate x to the power n. That is a basic for this. It is x to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1, and this is n x to the power n minus 1. So initially what we need to do is we need to convert this differentiation into form of x to the power n. So here the first fact we can say 2x to the power 2 over 3 divided by 6. I can divide these individual terms by this 6. So it's turn up to y times of y is equals to x to, sorry, y not y times y equals to 1 over 3 x to the power 2 over 3 plus 1 over 2. Initially we can come up with a differentiation with it, dy by dx. If you differentiate this, the answer would be 1 over 3 times of 2 over 3 x to the power 2 over 3 minus 1 plus, if you differentiate a constant, answer should be 0. The final answer is 2 over 9 x to the power minus 1 over 3. Usually we won't write the negative powers over here. You can bring this negative power with x, because remember that this power is only for this x, not for 2. Therefore you can take this x down and write it in this format. That is the answer for this, right? When you do this integration, that is integrating 1 over 3 x to the power 2 over 3 plus half, you can write half times of x to the power 0. This is for the convenience of this integration. Then you can do this one. 1 over 3 times of x to the power 2 over 3 plus 1 is 5 over 3 over 5 over 3. X to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus half x to the power 0 plus 1 is 1 over 1 plus c. You need to add a c over here, other than that you won't get the complete marks. So you can say this is denominator, this is numerator, denominator, again this 3 goes up as a numerator. It's turn up to then 1 over 3 times of 3 over 5 x to the power 5 over 3 plus 1 over 2 x to the power 1 is that c. There with that you can say it's this 3 cancels with 3 over here. 1 over 5 x to the power 5 over 3 plus 1 over 2 x plus c would be the final answer for this. That is the integration for that problem. Yeah, that's how to do it with it. Right. When you come up with this question, this is a fact, it's called the recurring relationship. That means this the expression over here is un plus 1 equals to 2 minus 3 times of un. When is greater than 0, u1 is given over here. Right? If you need to find u2, you can say I'm using this relationship. If this n plus 1 become 2 over here, n become 1, therefore you can write this is 2 minus 3 to u1. That is what you mean by the recurrence relationship. u1 is given over here, 3 into 1. It's called 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Then u3. Now you can see if this n plus 1 is 3, n become 2, therefore you can write this is 3 minus u2. It's turn up to 2 minus 3 times of minus 1, because you know u2 is minus 1, it's already here from here. Then it's turn up to 2 plus 3 is 5. Right. Then what they need is, yeah, that's the answer for them. So you can find the answer with that. B. We need to calculate the value for r goes from 1 to 4r minus ur. Let's see how to do this fact. This is not a very hard question. R goes from 1 to 4 r minus ur. That means r vary from 1 to 4. If r is 1, 1 minus u1 plus summation, it's plus. If r2, 2 minus u2 plus 3 minus u3 plus 4 minus u4. u4, right? This is a fact we need to understand. So for this case, you can say 1 minus u1. u1 already know 1. The next one is 2 minus minus 1 because already found u2 here. Plus 3 minus u3 is 5 plus 4 minus u4 we need to find it. But let's try to find out u4 somewhere over here. u4, if you use the same relationship, you can say this 2 minus 3 times of u3. That is 2 minus 3 times of u3 is 5. It's turn up to 2 minus 15 is minus 13. Minus minus 30. With this you can say 1 minus 1 is 0 plus 3 minus 2 plus 17. So this is turn up to 20 minus 2 is 18. This is a pretty simple question where we can get the answers very easily. Right. This one also another easier question. So what we need to do is 3 x to the power 1 over 2 to the power 4. This is called power of power theory. So this one you can say 3 to the power 1 into 4 is 4 times of x to the power half into 4. That is 3 to the power 4 is 81. X to the power half into 4 is x squared. This is pretty simple. You can get this answer. Part B. When you're operating this is 2y to the power 7 times of this is 4y to the power minus 2. It's 3y. So over here initially you can say this is 2y to the power 7 times of this is 4 to the power minus 2 times of y to the power minus 2 because it's power of power theory, same fact where we learn in the first part of the question, divided by 3y, right? Okay. So now you can operate with the digits. 2 times of 4 to the power minus 2 divided by 3. 2 and 4 and 3. Then operate with the y variables. Y to the power 7. Multiplication means you can add the powers. Minus 2. This division, this is multiplication. Therefore, you can add this one. This is a division over here. It's turn up to minus 1. So this is turn up to 4 times of, you can say 2 into 4 to the power minus 2. That answer divided by 3. Answer is 1 over 24. Into this is y to the power 7 minus 3 is 4. So final answer is y to the power 4 over 24. That's the final fact of it. That's a way of getting this. Right. The equation p minus 2x squared plus 8x plus p plus 4. Now you can understand that it's a kind of a quadratic equation. You have to understand it's a, don't worry about this variable. These are just constant. Where p is a constant means all these facts are constant. Has no real roots. So when you heard this fact, we need to understand they're talking about the test of discriminant. If you get two real roots, the value is b squared minus 4ac in a quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Over here, a is a number in front of x squared, number in front of x and constant term. If this expression is greater than 0, you get two real roots. B squared minus 4ac is equals to 0 means one real root. B squared minus 4ac is less than or equals to 0 means no real root. No. Remember that no real roots. You don't write no roots. It's, roots are there, but it's not real. One real and two real. So they mention no real roots. Then we can understand this fact clearly. So we can write b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. Now you need to identify what is b, what is a, and what is c. B is the number in front of x here. It's 8. Minus 4a. A is the number in front of x squared. That's what I mentioned. Nothing to worry about this variable. You just put it because variable is x. Into c. C is this term. P plus 4 should be less than 0. It's 4. Right. We can expand this bracket. 64 minus 4 times of this is p squared plus 2p minus 8 is less than 0. So you can say 64 minus 4p squared minus 8p plus 32 is less than 0. So I will just simplify minus 4p squared minus 8p plus 96 is less than 0. Now in this expression, what you can understand is there is no 4 over here. It's not 8, it's not 24. So you can see all of them you can divide by minus 4. Because you can say minus 4 is a common factor of this. Then if you divide first term by minus 4, it's turned up to p squared. This is turned up to plus 2p. This is turned up to minus 24. There is a special point. If you divide an inequality by a negative, what happened? The side of the inequality changes. I just highlighted that fact equals to 0. That is the fact we need to understand with this answer. Right. Okay. Then, yeah, part B. Hence, find the set of possible value for P. This is pretty interesting and kind of important topic where most of the students cannot understand. That means we need to find the range where this fact is positive. What is the range? What are the P values where this is positive? Initially, this is very easy. Easily, just solve this quadratic equation, get the points. Minus 24 equals to 0. So you can say this is P equals to minus 6 and P is equals to 4. Right. Yeah, 4. Then mark this on a number line. Mark is a quadratic factor of it, minus 6 and this is 4. Now you can see it's a quadratic equation. This inequality quadratic equation is a positive coefficient term. So it's a graph with a minima. Now you can see this is below the x-axis. So over here, the values are negative. Whatever the y values are, the expression values are negative. From here above, look at this. If I put this, if I just get some example over here, look at this. If I get this value, the answer is positive. Here, if you get somewhere value over here, it's a negative value. Here also again, it's positive value. Look at this, it's a positive answer. Therefore, you can see, if I just, then during this range, functional value is positive. Here also the functional value is positive. During this middle range, the functional value is negative. Here it's negative. Now look into the question, inequality. How do you read it? P squared plus 2p minus 24 is greater than 0. They are referring to the positive range. That means they are referring to this range. They are referring to this range, Then you can say P is less than minus 6 and it's greater than plus 4. This is the final answer for this question. That's a way of understanding and answering this kind of a question. Right. So for this question, in this equation, solution based entirely the graphical or numerical methods are not acceptable. So there is another process called graphical method. Means like you have to draw the graph and get the solution is a one fact. The second fact is numerical methods. We learned what is numerical methods in our A2 level curriculum. That means those methods are not applicable for this, right? Solve for 0 to theta in between 0 to pi by 2 this equation. Give a solution in radians to three significant figures, right? As soon you see this expression, just change your calculator into radian mode. Just make a use of that. Try to understand these situations and try to mark these facts. Like when you're reading the question, make sure whether they request you the answer in radian mode or the degree mode. According to that, you can change the format of the calculator. Now I just changed my calculator into radian format, right? Initially, now we can come up with what are the formulas where we know about this in trigonometry in our curriculum. The first format what we need is sine theta divided by cos theta equals to tan theta. Other formula what we know is sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. These are the two formulas where we know for the moment, right? Okay. Then we'll come up with this question. Over here, we know that there is no way of converting this 5 sine 3 theta minus 7 cos 3 theta equals to 0. So while keeping sine and cos both in the same equation, you can't do anything. Therefore, I just write like this. 5 sine 3 theta equals to 7 cos 3 theta. I just brought this 7 theta to this side. Then I can say sine theta divided by cos theta equals to tan theta. No? So I will bring this 5 to down to the other side as a division. You can write this way, sine 3 theta over cos 3 theta equals to 7 over 5. So with this you can say tan 3 theta equals to 7 over 5. Now they have given the range for this. Range for theta is 0 to pi by, sorry, it's not degree, 0 to pi by 2. Therefore, theta, 3 theta range would be 0 to 3 pi by 2. Yeah. Just when you're doing this, see whether what is the value for 3 pi by 2. Just keep some rough idea on that. That would be kind of easier for you to understand the situation. So this value is roughly 4.71. Right. Okay. Let's go ahead with this. Now what you can get here is, this is the way. So you can say 3 theta is equals to tan inverse 7 over 5. Now we need to find the solution for 3 theta during this range. Then only you get the solution for theta, which falls into the range of 0 to pi by 2. Okay, we'll go ahead with this. 3 theta equals to tan inverse 7 over 5. Tan inverse 7 over 5. So the first answer is for the 0.95. 0.95. Now there's another point we can understand. Don't find the solution for 3 theta. Don't find the solution for 3 theta. After finding all the angles for 3 theta only we can find this. Then the next value. The next value is 3 theta. We know that for tan, next solution comes with 180 plus theta. In radians, it should be pi plus the value of it. So that's the answer should be 3 theta is equals to plus, right, then 4.09. 4.09 that's also within this range. Now you can see you cannot proceed further, right? Now if I just brief about the facts we need to understand over here, the trigonometric solution for sine, if the first angle is alpha, how to find the next angle? Next angle you can get by 180 minus alpha or pi minus alpha. For cos, if the first angle is alpha, next angle you can find by 360 minus alpha or 2 pi minus alpha. For tan, if the first angle is alpha, next angle you can find it by 180 plus alpha or pi plus alpha. That is the relationship we have used over here. Now you can find the solution for this. 3 theta, then theta is equal to how much? 0.95 divided by 3. That value is 0.3166317. Over here, theta equals to 4.09 divided by 3, that is 1.36 is the answer for that. So you can write the answers over here, 0.317, sorry, 1.36. Those are the solution for that. That's a way of getting this answer. Then part 2. If you come up with part 2, now it's turned up to 9 cos squared x plus 5 cos x is equals to 3 sin squared x. Now for this question, the fact where we need to understand is, while keeping this cos squared and cos x with sin squared, you can't solve it. The best thing is you can convert this sin squared x into cos squared x. What is the relationship? From here. From here you can say sin squared theta is equal to 1 minus cos squared theta. So that is the relationship I can use over here. So you can say 9 cos squared x plus 5 cos x is equal to 3 times of 1 minus cos squared x. Then you can expand it and simplify this. Cos squared x plus 5 cos x equals to 3 minus 3 cos squared x. Then bring all the terms to one side. Cos squared x plus 5 cos x minus 3 plus 3 cos squared x equals to 0. Then you can simplify these two. It's turned up to 12 cos squared x plus 5 cos x minus 3 equals to 0. Now you can obtain the solutions for cos x. cos x is equals to, you can put it's a quadratic factor of it, minus 5 plus or minus b squared minus 4a into minus 3 divided by 2a, 2 into 12. Now after this step, you can use the calculator and you can obtain the answer for cos x. No need of keep on doing this. Straightforward, you can get this answer from the quadratic format of the calculator. It's 12, 5 and minus 3. Then it's one answer is 1 over 3 and the other answer is minus 3 over 4. Yes, minus 3 over 4. Then we need to find the solution in the range of where to where? 0 to 360. Right. Then we can find out x equals to cos inverse 1 over 3. So we'll get that answer, cos inverse. So for this case, you can see here the range is given in degree format. Therefore, you need to find the final answer in degree. So convert your calculator into degree format, because at the first part of the question, we were just doing it in radian format. So inverse 1 over 3. That is turned up to 70.53. The first angle is 70.53. Then how to get the second angle? We already know from this relationship, cos theta comes with 2 pi minus, or 360 minus. So the second angle would be 360 minus 70.53. So x2 would be 289.47. 47. These are the answers. From here you can say cos inverse minus 3 over 4 138.6. Then the second angle would be 360 minus 138.6. Then it's turned up to 221.4. That's the second answer for that. That's a way of getting the answer for this kind of a question. It's the answer for second question, and this is the answer for the first question. Yeah, right. We'll see with the page. Can you merge into? No, it's not possible. Ne? So anyway, we have to go into the second view of it. Right. So when you come up with this question, it's coming up with the factor theorem and the remainder theorem actually. Right. So they mention fx equals to ax to the power ax to the power 3 minus 8x squared plus bx plus 6. Then they mention where a and b are the constants. When fx is divided by x plus 1, the no remainder. That means it's a factor. That means if I make x plus 1 equals to 0, x equals to minus 1, then I'll substitute minus 1 into this. Answer is no remainder means 0. That is the factor made by this expression. If you put minus 1 into that, minus 1 cube minus 8 times of minus 1 squared plus b times of minus 1 plus 6 is equals to 0. It's turned up to minus a plus 8. Sorry, it's minus 8 minus 8 minus b plus 6 equals to 0. So from here you get minus a minus b equals to 2. So I'll just keep this answer over here. Then when fx is divided by x minus 2 means x equals to 2. The remainder is minus 12. That means if I put f2, answer is minus 12. We can say a times of 2 cube minus 8 times of 2 squared plus b times of 2 plus 6 equals to minus 12. It's turned up to 8a minus 32 plus 2b plus 6 equals to minus 12. It's turned up to 8a plus 2b is equals to minus 32 plus 6 is minus 26. Minus 26 bring to the other side is plus 26. That answer is 14. By simplifying these two as simultaneous equation, you can obtain the answer for a and b. So we solve this, it's turned up to minus 1. I will do it from the calculator, but you need to work out in the examination. Yeah, so you get the answer A equals to 1. You can use the calculator to make sure the answers are correct, but you have to do it manually and get it right. Okay. Now that is a fact, right? Now this is the answer for A and B, right? Part A. Part B. Factorize fx completely. Now you know that this fx is turned up to A is 1 for x cubed minus 8x squared plus 3x plus 6. Now you need to factorize it. Straightforward, we cannot factorize a cubic expression, but simply we know that one expression, one fact, we know that x plus 1 is a, if you divide by x plus 1, it's no remainder. That means it's a factor. From the first factor, let's try to divide it and see whether what happens. We know that it is x plus 1 is a factor. Yeah. So if you divide by x plus 1, it's turned up to x squared. We already learned a couple of times how to divide this. X cubed plus x squared. If you subtract, it's turned up to 0. Minus 8 minus 1 is minus 9x squared. Plus 3x, it's turned up to minus 9x. X squared minus 9x. If you simply move, plus 12x plus 6. Some problem has arisen. Let me see. X plus 1, x squared minus 8x plus 8x squared plus 3x plus 6. So this is minus 8 minus 1 is minus 9. It's 9x into its 9 minus minus 9. 3 minus minus 9 is 12. It's plus 6, but it cannot be like this. Let me see whether have you made any mistake over here. If I put x equals to minus 1, answer is 0. Minus a minus 8 minus b plus 6 minus 8 minus 1 and the minus 1. Yeah, a is 3 and b is, so here there's a problem with it. Here the a is 3. I think I made a mistake. A is 3 and b is minus 5. It's a problem. So I will just cut down this expression so I can erase this 6. And this entire thing we have to delete it and see. Sometimes we can't come across this kind of issues. With that, you can understand the problems that we come across with this. Right. So this is turned up to 3x cube minus, it's not 3, it should be minus 5 with it. Then you can do 3x cube minus 8x squared minus 5x plus 6. You have to divide it by x plus 1. Yeah. So this is 3x squared, 3x cube plus 3x squared, 0, minus 11x squared minus 5x, it's minus 11x, minus, sorry, plus 6x, plus 6, it's turned up to then 6, it's turned up to 6x plus 6, answer is 0. Therefore, this fx now break into two factors. X plus 1 into this is 3x squared minus 11x plus 6. Now check whether is there any factors of this, the other quadratic factor of it, the quadratic expression. 3 minus 11 and 6. Yeah, it's factorized further. So what you can get here is, you can say like this, 3x squared minus 11, you can break. 3 into 6 is 18, 18, 9 into 2. Minus 9x minus 2x plus 6. Then you can say, if you take 3x out, x minus 3, if you take minus 2 out, x minus 3, it's x minus 3 times of 3x minus 2 into x plus 1 comes at the top. So that is our final answer for this expression. So if you just go down a little bit of it and just minimize it a little bit, then you can see the entire question at once. That's a final answer for this question. Right. In this shape, figure 1 shows a rectangular sheet of a metal negligible thickness, which measures 25 centimeters by 15. Okay? From here to here, it's 15, sorry, 25 from here to it's 15, right? Then if you refer with this length, if I refer with this length, that is, the total length is 25, therefore this length is 25 minus 2x. One x removed from here and another x removed from here. And if you get this height, this one, from here to here, it should be 15 minus 2x. So we'll keep this in your mind and we'll try to understand this question today. This much, right? Then the question. The square of the side x, which is what you call this, this was bent from here, these ends, and form some kind of a tray shape, what do you call it? It's just like a tray, right? So over here, we can understand that this length, obviously, how much? 25 minus 2x. And this length is obviously the width of this, that is 15 minus 2x. This is 15 minus 2x. And this height obviously become x. That is how, if you bend from these ends, that is how it comes. You just take a piece of paper and bend it like this, you realize this fact. Show that the volume of V of this box is this. Then we can work out it's a volume of a rectangle, a cuboid. Volume is length into breadth into height. Length is 25 minus 2x. Breadth is 15 minus 2x and height is x. So we'll expand and see whether then we become 25 into 15. It's 375. 375 and 25 into 2 is 50. 50 is 30. It's 110. Sorry. 50 and 30. It's 30. It's 80 minus 80. 80x plus 4x squared into x. Then the volume becomes simply 4x cubed minus 80x squared minus plus 375x. Simply you can get the volume over here. Use calculus to find the value for x for which the volume of the box is maximum. It's pretty simple question. When you're talking about a maximum, minimum, turning point, point of inflection, stationary point, all of them are related to the first differentiation. Initially, we can find the first differentiation. It's 12x squared minus, if you differentiate it, minus 160x plus 375. I'll do it nicely, other than it's not much clear. Minus 160x plus 375. Then you can say at turning point. We know the fact dv by dx is equals to 0. So you can say this is 12x squared minus 160x plus 375 is equals to 0. So you can say x equals to minus is 160 plus or minus b squared. Minus 160 squared minus 4, a is 12, c is 375 divided by 2a. 2 into 12. Therefore, x is equals to, let's see, you get two solutions. They need the solution for three significant figures. But the first one is 10.3. Other answer is 3.03. Now we need to verify both of them are some kind of reliable solutions. Now you can understand that if it is 10.3, you cannot, this side does not exist. 15 minus 2 times of 10.3 is become a negative answer. So this is not a possible situation. So you can say if x equals to 10.3, 15 minus 2x do not exist. Do not exist. Therefore, The x answer should be how much? It's turn up to 3.03. That is the answer for x. Then C. Justify the value for x is a maximum value. Justification. Justification comes with the second differentiation. D squared v by dx squared means you need to differentiate this expression again. So it's turn up to 24x minus 160. Then you can say at x equals to 3.03. This answer is 24 times of 3.03 minus 160 is less than 0. Therefore, it's a maximum. That's the answer. Find for three significant figures the maximum volume of the box. So you can say it's pretty simple. V max. What you need to do? Put 3.03 into the volume equation. Volume equation is this. 4 times of 3.03 cube minus 80 times of 3.03 squared plus 375 3.03. So you can put in this answer 4 times of 3.03 cube minus 80 times of 3.03 squared plus 375 times of it's turn up to 513.05 with it. 05, that is the answer for that. That's a way of getting this. So if you come up with the page, this is the answer for that. I'll just get a bit of larger, then you can see the answer much clearly. Yeah, that's a way of getting this answer. Right. When you come up with this question, figure 3 shows a sketch of a curve with the equation y equals to fx. The curve crosses y-axis at 0, 5 over here, and x-axis at 6, 0, it's over here. The curve has a minimum point at 1, 3 and a maximum point at 4, 7. Right. On a separate diagram, sketch the curve with the equation y minus x. This f minus x means it defect for the x-axis. That means all these x coordinates multiplied by minus 1. Oh, sorry, divided by minus 1. So here the operation is, this is what today. F minus 1 into x. So the opposite operation. So x operations are always opposite. If it is multiplied by minus 1, you have to divide all the x coordinates by minus 1. So 0, 5. What happened to 0, 5? 0 divided by minus 1 also turn up to 0. So it's the same thing. Then 1, 3. 1 divided by minus 1 turn up to minus 1, 3. Then 4, 7. Turn up to minus 4, 7. Then 6, 0. Turn up to minus 6, 0. That's the answer for first part of it. Then we will just over here, it's just like this. Then 0, 5 is here. It doesn't make a problem. This 1, 3 turn up to minus 1, 3. It's here. Minus 1, 3. You can mark like this. Then 4, 7 turn up to minus 4, 7. That's 4, 7. 6, 0 turn up to minus 6, 0. So you can see the graph goes like this way. It goes like this. That's the answer for that. That's the answer for part A. F2x. F2x means, yeah, F2x means what happened here? 2 times of x. Means that one also effect for the x-axis. You have to divide all x coordinates by 2. 0, 5. Doesn't make an issue. 0 divided by 2 is also 0. Then 1, 3. 1, 3 turn up to half 3. Then 4, 7. 4, 7 turn up to 2, 7. Then 6, 0 turn up to 3, 0. So you can say just like this. It's pretty simple. 0, 5 same here. Then 1, 3 turn up to half 3. Half 3. I just drew it nicely. Then 4, 7 turn up to 2, 7. It's just like a stretching graph. Not stretching, actually, it's a compressing graph. It's turned up to 3, 0. Here it's 3, 0. So simply you can draw like this. You just plot it and see whether you get the same kind of graph. It's kind of like compressed by a factor of 2. Here it's negative side turn up to a positive side and positive turn up to negative side. That's the answer for this question. The first sum of a geometric series. Read this question clearly. Geometric series is 20. Therefore, A equals to 20. So this is A. And the common ratio is 0.9. This is R. Find the value of the fifth term. So in a geometric series, nth term formula is a r to the power n minus 1. A is 20 times of r is 0.9 to the power fifth term 5 minus 1. So it's turned up to 20 into 0.9 to the power 5 minus 1 is 4. It's turned up to how much? 13.122. 13.122. That's the answer for that. Then part B. Find the sum of the first 8 terms giving you answer. Sn formula for geometric is A r to the power n minus 1 over r minus 1. A is 20, R is 0.9 to the power, they are referring to 8 terms. So 8 minus 1 divided by 0.9 minus 1. From here you can get the sum of 8 terms. So it's turned up to 20, 0.9 to the power 8 minus 1 divided by 0.9 minus 1. It's turned up to 113.9. Right. Given that S infinity minus Sn is less than this bit, show that this condition. So what is the Sn formula? Sn is equal, sorry, S infinity is A over 1 minus R. Therefore, you can say S infinity. A is, so you can write S infinity minus Sn is less than 0.04. Right. Okay, we will try to work out this question. Over here, S infinity A is 20 divided by 1 minus R, 1 minus 0.9 minus Sn. Sn is A R to the power n, 0.9 to the power n minus 1 divided by R minus 1 is less than 0.04. We need to find the value for n. Then 20 divided by 0. This is one turn up to 200. Minus this is 200, 0.9 to the power n minus 1 is less than 0.04. Then I'll expand this bracket. 200 minus 200 times of 0.9 to the power n. Some of them students, they might just multiply 200 with 0.9. That is wrong. You can't multiply when a power is there. Plus 200 is less than 0.04. Right, let's go ahead with this. Sn minus Sn. So I think, yeah, this should be 0.9 minus 1 is turn up to this is plus. That's the point. It's plus and this should be minus then. It should be minus because we made a mistake here. Because when you divide it by 0.9 minus 1 is minus 0.1. Minus 20 divided by minus 0.1 is plus 200. Therefore, these two get cancels each other. Then it's turn up to 0.9n is less than 0.04 divided by 200. Then it's turn up to 0.9n is less than 0.04 divided by 200. It's turn up to 0.0002. I think that is the what we needed to get it. Right. Now this is the point you need to understand D. D is how to solve this equation. You can see it's a variable power. You can use the logarithm for base 10 for both sides. You know that when you're having a variable power, that is a way of doing this simplification. Sorry. From both sides, take the logarithm of base 10. Log 10, 0.0002. Then you can say n times of log 10, 0.9 is less than log 10, 0.0002. Then this is another point. Then you can say n. Now take your calculators and if you enter this logarithm of 0.9, it's a negative answer. then we know that in this is a negative answer over here. Then if you divide an inequality by a negative answer, what do you get? You get a positive answer. Therefore, sorry, what do you call inequality? Change the other side, not a positive answer. If you divide an inequality by a negative fact, what happens here? The side of the inequality changes. Then we will work out and see. 0.0002 divided by log 0.9. 0.9, sorry. That is 80.83. So you can say n is greater than 80.83. Therefore, n is equals to 81. That is the way of getting this answer. Yeah. That's how we need to obtain the answer for this question. Right. Use the law of logarithm to solve this equation. When you happen to see a question like this, the first step what you need to do is bring all logarithm terms to one side. Then turn up to 3 log 8. 2, we have to be very careful about this base over here, because you can see it's not logarithm of 10, it's base 8. 7 minus x minus log 8x is equals to 2. Now simplify. Log 8, you can take this 3 in as a power. 2 to the power 3. It's an addition, you can write it as a multiplication. This subtraction, you can write as a division. It's equals to 2. So if you simplify this, turn up to log 8, 2 to the power 3 is 8, 8 into 7 is 56, 56 minus 8x divided by 8 is equals to 2. Now you can bring this 8 up here as a power. So turn up to then 56 minus 8x divided by 8 is equals to 8 to the power 2. The theory over here is log AB equals to k, means you can say B. The term over here is equals to a to the power k, like this. So that's how it comes. So you can say 56 minus 8x is, sorry, this is not 8, it should be x. I made a mistake. X is equals to 64x. Now, if you brought it here, it's 64 plus 8 is 72x is equals to 56. Therefore, x become 56 divided by 72. 56 divided by 72. It's done up to 7 over 9. X equals to 7 over 9 is the answer for that, right? That's the answer for the first part of the question, right? Part 2 is using algebra find the logarithms to the exact value of y for which this. This is pretty cool question, because we had a lot of questions similar to this in our textbook. Y plus 1 equals to 10. Now you can see this is 3 to the power 2y. Can't I write like this? Power of power theory. My logic is to make some 3 to the power y term isolated in this expression. This 3 to the power y, you can write 3 to the power y times of 3 to the power 1. Then take this 10 to, sorry, equals to 10, right? Then you can say, if I get 3 to the power y as a letter, then what do you get? This is k squared plus 3k, and I can bring this minus 10 to other side and 10 is. Then you get the answer k plus 5, k minus 2 equals to 0. With this you get the answer k equals to minus 5 or k equals to 2. Yes, exact value of y for which this. So it's not this. So you can say 3 to the, so this is, you need to find the value not for value for k, you need to find the value for y. Then you can have 3 to the power y equals to minus 5. You can say that positive number to the power cannot be a negative one. So this is not existing. 3 to the power y equals to 2. Now a variable power. For variable power, you use the logarithm. Log 10, 3 to the power y equals to log 10. Then you can say y times of log 10 3 is equals to log 10 2. So with this you can say y equals to log 10 2 divided by log 10 3. No need of simplifying, because they specifically mention find the exact value of y. So no need of to simplify this, because if you simplify, it's come up to a kind of a decimal answer. So no need of doing like that. So that would be the final answer for this question. Right. The circle C has an equation x squared plus y squared minus 8x minus 10y equals to 16. The center of C has a point T, the coordinates of point T and the radius of C. So in this case, what you need to do is initially to get the answer for this question, we can make them into completing squares. Then you can say x squared minus 8x plus y squared minus 10y plus 16 equals to 0. Initially isolate these x terms and y terms separately. Then what you need to do is you have to make them into completing squares. Take the half of minus 8 is minus 4. The variable is like this, minus square this number. It's the completing squares format of it. Plus 10, half of 10 is minus 5. Y minus 5 squared minus 5 squared plus 16 equals to 0. So it's turned up to x minus 4 squared plus y minus 5 squared is equals to, take the simplifications over here. This is minus 16 minus 25 plus 16, it's turned up to 25. So if you take this constant terms to other side is 25. Usually the format over here is, if you get a circle with center A and B with radius R, equation of a circle, you can say x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. Now you can see this is x minus a is x minus 4. So therefore x coordinate is 4, the center. Y minus 5, therefore it's 5. This is the center. And r squared is 25, therefore r is equal to 5. That's a way of getting the answer for part A and B. Right. Now let's go ahead with this question. So when you're getting this, it's better to draw this diagram. The center is 4, 5 and the radius is 5. Radius also 5. Just keep this answer in this format. The point M has a coordinate 2012. Find the exact length, the coordinate of point P. P is the center. It's T. Yeah. Then they mention, yeah, the point M has a 2012. Find the length of MT. M is 2012. 2012. So how to get the length of 2 points, children? That length between 2 points you can get by the formula x1 minus x2 whole thing squared plus y1 minus y2 whole thing squared, the square root of it in between m to t. This is the length I'm worrying about. So you can say it's 20 minus 4 whole thing squared plus 12 minus 5 whole thing squared, the square root of it. That is how much? 16 squared plus, it's turn up to square root of 305 with it. So let me see. Just whether it's correct. Yeah. Then it's turn up to how much? The length between 2 points, part C. Find the exact length of line MT to get the answer square root of 305 with it. Just keep this answer in this format. Okay. To make sure that it is 16 squared plus 12 minus 5 is 7. 305. Keep it as it is, right? Then they mention point P lies on the circle C such that tangent to P passes the point M. Find the exact area of the triangle MCP. That means, this is what? So the tangent is passing through this point. That's the way. If you draw tangent, the point P lies on circle over here. This length is 5. If you draw tangent, we know that tangent is always perpendicular to the circle. Perpendicular to the line drawn from center to this. So over here, we know that TP length is how much? TP length is 5. Now I need to find the exact area of the triangle MTP. They are referring to this area. Then how can we do this? Then we can see if I consider this triangle, since it's a triangle, it's a right angle triangle, I can find the length of PM. So you can say MT squared, if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, PT squared plus PM squared. Then MT squared is a square root of 305 squared is 305. PT squared is radius, it's 5 squared is 25 plus PM squared. From here you can get the length of PM. PM is 305 minus 280 grams. 280 square root of it. Now what is the point of getting this answer? Now you can see if you can the area, you can apply area equals to half base PT into perpendicular height. This is perpendicular height PM. Then you can say it's half PT is 5 into square root of 280. That is square root of 280 is 2 root 70. Let's turn up to then 5 root 70 would be the final answer for this. If you simplify this, that's a way of getting this answer. Yeah, that's a way of doing it. So you have to do a little bit of a geometry to get this answer. Yeah, this is the answer for that. Right. The line L1 has an equation of x plus 3y minus 11 equals to 0. Point A and point B lie on L1. It's over here. Given that A has a coordinate of minus 1, P and B has a coordinate of Q2, where P and Q the integers. Find the value for P and Q, right? Okay. We'll just work out the straight line. The first point A, I just mark it over here, P and Q. Sorry, it's B. Sorry, it's not B. It's A and B. A and B, it's Q2. Q2, right? So over here, if you consider the coordinate A, you know that x coordinate is minus 1. So it's on the straight line, therefore the x coordinate is minus 1 over here. Equals to 0. So we can say 3y is equals to 12. Therefore, y become how much? 4. So simply, you get the answer for P. P is 4. So you can write A coordinate is minus 1, 4. Right. If you consider the coordinate B, here the y coordinate is 2. Can say x plus y coordinate is 2 minus 11 equals to 0. That x equals to 5. So here coordinate of B become minus 1, 5. So that's a factor to understand with P and Q. We'll start from there, right? Find the length of AB, right? It's pretty simple. We already learned from the previous example even. You can say length of AB would be x1 minus x2 minus 1 minus minus 1 squared plus 4 minus 5 squared. The square root of it is pretty simple question. Answer is 1. The length between A and B become 1. Simply you can get this answer for that. Wait, give me 1 second. Did I made a mistake over here? Q is P is minus 1, 4. Q is, sorry, this is not 5. Q is, this is 2 today. 2 and Q value is, have I made any mistake over here? P, it's not X. So this is not minus 1, but I made a mistake here. This is not minus 1. This should be x coordinate is the one we I got it as Q. So it should be 5. Sorry. It's my doubt. Other than that, you don't get this kind of like questions to get it. So the value is then 5 minus minus 1 whole thing squared plus 2 minus 4 squared. P is 4 and this is 2, right? P minus 4. So that's what. So you get the answer. 5 minus 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6 is 36 plus square root of 4. 2 root 10 put it. So this answer is 2 root 10. The length of AB is 2 root 10. Right? The line L2 is perpendicular to L1 and passes through the midpoint of AB. Perpendicular to this and passes to midpoint of you, find the equation of that. Then you can see the midpoint theory. We need to find the coordinate of the midpoint because it's passing through this point. I'll get it as P. Then you can say P, the midpoint theory, you can add the x coordinate and divide by 2. So you can say 5 plus minus 1 divided by 2 is the x coordinate. Y coordinate is this. So you can say 5 minus 1 is 4, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that is a midpoint. Then we know that it's a perpendicular. Therefore, gradient of AB into gradient of the normal line is equal to minus 1. Because I need to find the equation of the straight line, I need coordinate and a gradient. To find the gradient, I can use, because AB line is perpendicular to the new line, so the product of their gradient should be minus 1. So now we need to find the gradient of AB. I will use these coordinates to find the gradient of AB. That is gradient of AB would be y2 minus y1, 4 minus 2 divided by minus 1 minus 5 into gradient of normal is equals to minus 1. 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 divided by minus 6 into gradient of normal is minus 1. So gradient of normal become 3. Now you know it's passing through 2, 3 and it's a gradient of 3. So you can put into the formula y minus y naught equals to gradient times of x minus x naught. Y minus 3 is equals to gradient is 3 times of x minus 2. Y equals to 3x minus 6 plus 3. It's minus 3 is the answer for that. That's a way of getting this answer. Yeah, that's how it comes with it. When you happen to see a question like this, initially see whether sometimes some of the information may be written in the diagram and some of them are in the in the wordings. But be very careful with these answers, right? Figure 4 shows the position of two stationary boards A and B, and port P, right, which is assumed to be the same horizontal plane. The board A is 8.7 kilometers is in the diagram, bearing of 314. That means, Pute, here to here the angle is 314. So obviously I can find this angle as well. How do you get that angle? 360 minus that, Pute. 360 minus 314. I just mark this information. 46. Because these internal angles of a triangle is kind of important for us to analyze a question. The bearing of board B, is 3.5 kilometers and 52. So this angle is how much then? 52. This is 52. Then I have this entire angle over here. Show that the angle APB is 98. It's pretty simple. 46 plus 52. It's turned up to 98. Okay. I know this whole angle is 98. Find the distance of board B from board A. You need to find this length. I can simply apply the cosine rule. So you can say AB squared is equals to 8.7 squared plus 3.5 squared minus 2 times of AB. A squared is B squared plus C squared minus 2AB, 2BC cos theta, cos 98. From here you get the answer for AB. It's turned up to 8.7 squared plus 3.5 squared minus open bracket 2 into 8.7 into 3.5 into cos 98. Make sure your calculator is in degree format. The square root of that answer. So it's turned up to 9.8 kilometers would be the answer for that. Then find the bearing of board B from board A. Bearing of board B from board A. That means they are referring to this angle. They are referring to this angle. That is what we need to find it, because always bearing is measured from north clockwise. Right. How do we find this? Right. Then I'll just make a small construction over here. If you do this, you can understand that this angle is alternate to this angle. Therefore, this is 46. Then if I find this part of the angle, easily I can find the bearing of it because it's totally 180. So I'll just a small trick over here. I try to find out the angle x, angle, I'll get angle theta. So you can say I can use sine rule for this. 3.5 divided by sine theta is equals to x, we already found 9.8 divided by sine 98. Sine 98, we already got this answer, sine 98. So with this you can say sine theta is equals to 3.5 into sine 98 divided by 9.8. So with this you can say theta is equals to sine inverse of that answer fraction 3.5 into sine 98 divided by 9.8. It is 20.71. 20.71, right? Okay. Then if this angle is 20.71, so I can find the bearing over C, answer, write it here. 180 minus 46 plus that angle, 20.71. 20.71, then you get the answer for that. 180 minus 46 plus 20.71. Turn up to 113.29 is the answer for that. That's a way of getting this answer for that. Okay, right. Okay. I'll just make a page view for this. Yeah, this is the answer for that. Yes, over here, if you get this one, right? Okay. The figure 5 shows a sketch of a part of a line L with equation y equals to 8 minus x and the curve C with y equals to 14 plus 3x minus 2x squared. Line L and C intersect at point A and we find the coordinates of them. If you need to find the intersection between the straight line and this curve, you need to solve them as simultaneous equation. So you get y equals to 8 minus x, my first equation, y equals to 14 plus 3x minus 2x squared, my second equation. Both of them are y and y, therefore I can equate 1 into 2. Then you can say 8 minus x equals to 14 plus 3x minus 2x squared. Then you can say 2x squared minus 3x minus 14 plus 8 minus x equals to 0. 2x squared minus 4x minus 6 is equals to 0. Then if you solve these values, so you can get the answers. I'll just get these answers, but you can solve using the quadratic formula. I'm just getting these answers. 2 minus 4 and minus 6. Let's turn up to one answer is x equals to 3. Other answer is x equals to minus 1. Right. Remember that find the coordinate of A and B. Coordinate. Therefore, you can find the coordinate of over here. We know that this x coordinate is minus 1 and here the coordinate is 3. X coordinate is minus 1 and here it's 3. We need to get the y coordinates. How to get the y coordinates now? You can replace this in the equation of 8 minus x. So it's turned up to y equals to 8 minus 3. It's 5. Here y equals to 8 minus minus 1. Y equals to 9. It's 9 and 5. 9 and 5, right? Okay. Right. The region R is shown in figure 5 as bounded by the coordinates axis, the line L and the curve C. Use the algebra to integration to calculate the exact value of R. So I'll just do a small construction over here. You know that here the x coordinate is 0. And here, if I just draw a vertical line, here the x coordinate is 3. Now you can see this shape is a combination of this trapezium. This A1. If I get this A1, how do you get this A1? I know this height is 5. This height is 5. How do you get this height? You can say this is meet with the this is straight intersection of the straight line with y-axis. Means this is 8. This height is 8, and this length is 3. Therefore, you can get this a1 by 8 plus 5 divided by 2 into perpendicular height 3. Therefore, a1 is equals to 13 divided by 2 into 3. 39 over 2. Then we can find this area. To find that area, I can integrate this curve from here to here. I need to find this coordinate. How do you find this coordinate? You can solve this quadratic equation by this. So can say 14 plus 3x minus 2x squared is equal to 0 at that point. Then if you put into the calculator, if you put into the formula, you get the answers for x would be minus 2 and 3 and 14. That is the solution of that quadratic equation. 3.5 and minus 2. 3.5 and minus 2. Now you can see this is 3.5 and this is minus 2. So I need this area. So A2. I can find A2 by integrating from 3 to 3.5 this quadratic equation. 14 plus 3x minus 2x squared. So you know how to do this integration part. I'm not going to do that. So you can just get this integration from 3.5 to 3. The integration is 14 plus 3x minus 2x squared. From here you get the integration answer is 31 over 24. Therefore, you can find the total area over here is, answer for this one would be 31 over 24 plus 39 over 2. That is 499 over 24. 499 over 24 is the final answer for this. That's a way of getting this answer. I didn't do the simplification part for this calculation. So you need to do it with the help of, you have to do geometrically, you have to do it. What I did was I just get the area of this trapezium plus area of this arc sector. Area of this trapezium I can find by the trapezium fact, and this curve part you can find by the integrating from here to here. I got the coordinate of 3.5 by, you can see this is the point of where the curve, this one, meet with the x-axis. Meet with the x-axis means y equals to 0. By making into, you get the solution and get it. That's a way of doing it. Okay, let's do this. Yes, this was the initial answer. Yeah, let's come on to this question. Here, right, the binomial expansion of the ascending power of x of 1 plus kx to the power n is this. They have given this expression. Show that this. So we will go ahead with this. Initial, I'll just try to expand 1 plus kx to the power n. We need to do up to x to the power 2. So you can say nc0 1 to the power n kx to the power 0. That's the first term. Then nc1 1 to the power n minus, and you have to reduce power 1 by 1 kx to the power 1. The next one is nc2. This is kind of important. 1 to the power n minus 2 and kx to the power 2, right? nc0, it's always 1. 5c0, 6c0, 100c0, million c0, whatever, it's 1. 1 to the power n is 1. Any term to the power 0 also 1. nc1 is n. So the fact we have to understand is 5c1 is 5. 10c1 is 10. 100c1 is 100. Like that it comes into 1 into kx. nc2 is a problem where we need to find it. I just use here. nc2 is, according to the formula, factorial n divided by factorial 2 n minus 2 factorial. So with this you can say factorial n, you can write n into n minus 1 into n minus 2. Now the factorial comes over here, because you know that after that n minus 2, n minus 3, so on, it's same thing as the factorial over here. factorial 2, you can say 2 into 1 times of n minus 2 factorial. I can cancel these two. That is why I just expand over here and wrote it. So it's turned up to n times of n minus 1 over 2 times of 1 times of k squared x squared. It's turned up to 1 plus n kx plus n times of n minus 1 divided by 2 k squared x squared. It's the answer for that. Then they ask us to show that nk into n minus 1 is 252. So this is literally similar to, look at this, nkx plus nk squared n minus 1 over 2 x squared is equals to 1 plus 36x plus 126kx squared. Then if you get the constant x terms, what do you get? Nk equals to 36. I'll just keep this answer. If you get the coefficient of x squared, what do you get? Nk squared n minus 1 over 2 is equals to 126k, the coefficients. Then you can cancel 1k to 1k, then turn up to nk n minus 1 over 2 is equals to 126. If you cross multiply, what you get here is nk into n minus 1 is equals to 252. That's the answer for that. Then find the value for k and n. Now from my here, from this one I know nk is 36. Therefore, you can say 36 times of n minus 1 is 252. From here, you get the answer for n. It is 252 divided by 36 plus 1. It's turned up to 8. N equals to 8. In elevator, we know, then you know that nk is from here 36. Therefore, n is equals to 8. K equals to 36. Therefore, k become 36 divided by 8. It's 9 over 2. That's the answer for that. Using the value for k and then find the coefficient of x cubed. Oh my god. Then we need to find the x cubed term as well. But over here, I need to write the x cubed term also here. But I just put it here. If you extend this one, the cubic term would be how much? nc3 1 to the power n minus 3 times of kx to the power 3. That would be the factor of that. The n value we know. N is 8c3 1 to the power 8 minus 3 times of k is 9 over 2 x to the power 3. Therefore 8c3. Just get from the calculator. 8c3 is 56 times of 1 times of 9 to the power 3. 729 over 2 to the power 3 is 8 x cubed. Then into 56 divided by 8. It's done up to 5103. 3 would be the final answer for this. That's a way of getting this answer. Let's do this.